Oh, gosh. I need to stay hydrated. What the fuck is this for a program? Office? I didn't know I have Office. That was weird. My brother used my computer before. He better did not find all my secrets. But, hey everyone, I hope all of you are thirsty for Thursday. We are back with some more FGO artist servant materials. And we're gonna start Asterios, our fluffy boy. Yes! I like Asterios. He's such a sweetheart. I can't wait to see him get an animation update though. He really, really deserves it. I dig this. I like his halberds. Because they must be counted as halberds, right? Because I'm definitely sure it's just not an ordinary axe. By all means. And I also kind of like his eyes, you know, with black eye white. Black eye? That's something completely different. Oh, well, whatever. A nice stomach protection of iron. I mean, seriously, I think he is such a sweet character, actually. You know, considering of the Okeanos and all of that, and the little appearance he had. He's nice. Glass Berserker. Asterios, male, Greek mythology, agrees, chaotic evil. Chaotic evil, more like chaotic sweet, eh? Oh my god, almost 3 meters tall. Holy crap, nuggets. Character voices, Kosuke Toriumi. Voice Robin as seriously, I appreciate that you guys tell me, because I always forget. There's just a few voice actors I remember, like, I remember her name when I see it, you know, voicing like, the Thunderer girl, she voices so many Thunderers, and the same, of course, what is it? It is so troublesome because I recognize them when I see their names. I can't just pull out their name from my memory. I'm dumb. But yeah, you know, Daddy's voice actor. Strength A plus. What? That is insane! I don't think I've ever seen anyone with this kind of stats. Holy shit, nuggets! Agility C, Magic Power D, Luck E. That kind of sucks though, but no A! What? And he's like, what is he? 2-star? 1-star? 2-star, I think he is. God damn. Seriously? Madness and Horseman B, 1 rank up for all parameters, but snatch away most of one's reasons. Yes, they tend to do that. Monstrous Strength A. Temporarily amplify one's strength. Oh my god. You amplify this strength? Like, are you? I mean, it kind of, then again, it kind of makes sense considering he carried like a ship and all that on the water, which is pretty fucking insane. An offensive special characteristic possessed only by monsters and magical beasts. Increase one strength parameters by 1 rank upon usage. The duration of this increase depends on the rank of monstering strength. Makes sense. Natural monster A++. Skill endowed not to heroes or gods that degenerate into magical beasts, but those who were given birth to a monster. Asterios attained rank of strength and constitution that is absolutely impossible for a human body. Yeah, no shit. Labyrinth of the Abyss C. Cock. The pair of giant axes that are in possession. The pair of giant axes that are in his possession. Okay, so they are axes. I would count them more as halberds, but then again, I guess for him, it is a symbol of the labyrinth as well as the root of the word labyrinth. It was originally a double-bladed axe, but they serially rearranged it into a pair of axes. Oh yeah, in the old mythos, I think it's a double-bladed axe he like has. Noble Phantoms, Chaos Labyrinthos, Eternal Unchanging Labyrinth. Rank EX, Labyrinth, target 14, the materialization of the labyrinth where Asterios was confined in. A great magecraft exceedingly similar to a reality marble. It was created in the underside of the world. Asterios merely as the remnants of the place he once lived in. and once it manifests after, it takes form with a difficult level that complies with the popularity of the concept called labyrinth. After it manifests, it will not disappear unless after either Asterios is defeated or Asterios have annihilated his opponents. Even once it disappears, it is possible to rebuild it again when some time passes. However, in doing so, if it's not the labyrinth different from the previous installment, one can probably just downright walk out of there and then. Because once the labyrinth is solved, it's no longer something where one can lose their way from. Alrighty. Seriously though, it really makes me wonder how it actually works. I mean, is it literally that whoever that he used it on and get in there, stuck there, literally can't get out of the labyrinth? I assume that is... After it manifests, it will not disappear unless either... Okay, so literally, if you're stuck in there, you won't get out of there either until you're defeated or him. That is actually kind of scary when you think about it. Like, it's like a prison. And you're limited to what you can do, like, shit. And I mean, imagine being in a labyrinth, series of labyrinths, and being chased by a big-ass minotaur. Yeah, that's spooky as fuck. Even though it exceedingly similar to reality marble as well. God damn. A great magecraft is it even. God damn. Personality. Due to his blood as a human being faintly remaining in him, a conversation is possible with Asterios, but there's only a small chance for that to happen. Although his intelligence is like a child's, he's extremely wise. He further understands ethics, common sense, etc. as a human being, and for that reason he constantly lives while bearing feelings of guilt toward his very existence as he lives on. Why would you do that? He's a nice boy. He didn't do anything. I mean, it was his mother that kind of fucked the bull. Then again, if I don't remember wrong, his mother, okay, the queen, was kind of like cursed by one of the gods because the king, aka her husband, did something dumb, and they want to punish him by making her fuck the royal weird bull and gave birth to Minos, aka Asterios, the Minotaur, and he was put in a labyrinth because he was a monster, and the king was like, "Argh!" And I'm like, I mean, whatever, king, if you didn't do that dumb shit, none of this would have happened. And why on earth would they... Oh yeah, the king did something bad. Let's punish his wife. I am smart. Written by Zeus Gang. Motivation attitude towards the master. Fundamentally obedient. Asterios does not interfere with his master, nor does he choose to ignore them. As long as his master treats him as Asterios as much as possible, Asterios is in a good mood. Asterios usually loiters around Chaldea having a good time with Yonrei. Aww. Okay, I mean seriously, not too much information really, but I can see him loitering around in Chaldea with Yonrei. It is actually kind of cute. They're like, get lost, wander, and then die. That sucks. Yeah, I don't dislike being gentle. This place is warm, isn't it? Yeah. I'll eat you. Depending on who he says it to and in what kind of tone of voice, he can turn into a scream or into this. It can be very, very different, I do say. Here we have a historical image of character. A monster that has been born with the head of a bull and the body of a man. During the time when Bull and Pasiphae, the wife of Minos, who is the king who ruled over the island of Crete, bore a child. Minos was exchanging promises with the sea god Poseidon to sacrifice a bull presented from the latter, but in some year, while he still had some valuable bull of the gods for instances that should have been sacrificed originally, Minos has sacrificed a different bull instead. Oh yeah, that was the legend I remember. Poseidon, who had his promise trampled underneath Minos' foot, placed a curse on Pasiphae, the wife of the king, having induced her so that she will bear sexual desire towards the bulls. First of all, Minos, why couldn't you just do what you have been told? It is the gods. You know, I'm just saying. I don't condone like randomly murdering bulls and whatnot, but come on. And Poseidon, you big piece of cucks. What have Pasiphae done? She literally like, I'm just the king's wife. Oh no, now I'm suddenly horny for bulls. Like, why? What is wrong with this? Oh god, mythologies are so fucking insane. And Greece mythology especially, Zeus, Poseidon, those two are fucking evil, and everyone make Hades the evil one. I'm pretty fucking sure Hades is the kindest of these three. Pretty sure. It's probably not a big margin. And like that, so was born Asterios, his name being one who rules the stars. But because he possessed the body of a man with the head of a bull, he was given the name Minotauros, which means the bull of King Minos. Minos was at complete loss because of the queen's scandals, so he ordered the famous artisan Daedalus to construct a place where one can never get out from, namely the labyrinth. Dun, dun, dun. Because of the king's command, it became a usual custom to offer 7 boys and girls as sacrifice to Asterios. Wow, that's yeah, sucks. Understandably, he cannot offer the people of his own country, so King Minos demanded from Athens, the state that he invaded, to offer sacrifice for his compensation. On the occasion of the sacrifice group being elected the third time around, Theseus, the hero of Athens, man, for some reason I can't pronounce that anymore, came forward personally for the sake of defeating Asterios. Ariadne, the daughter of King Minos, fell in love with the handsome Theseus at first sight. Theseus is almost Thesis, aka his shit. Theseus, with Ariadne's cooperation in securing an escape route from the impossible to escape labyrinth, succeeded in realizing to defeat Asterios. And if I don't remember wrong, there was that he had a thread, you know, from the opening, from the beginning, and just, you know, he made a thread like a ball of a yarn that he just, really, you know, followed with. What a wonderful heroic tale. It was neither his mother's responsibility nor his own responsibility as Asterios was a monster. Where, I do agree! That is so right! Seriously! Where it was said to be his father's responsibility, for he voled the bull that should have been sacrificed to the gods. Nevertheless, the boy had never blamed his father, not even with just a single word. It is not because Asterios loved his father, but there is such a strong emotion out there, it can surpass the resentment sealed within himself. His father paid tribute to him with the most important name of all, and he was saved. Someday, with the salvation of being slain by a hero, he can be proud of the name of lightning, Asterios. To a monster like himself, this is a beautiful name. This beautiful name is, to a degree, more than what he deserves. And only just at the time, he could not even be capable of hating his father. I wanted to save you. Theseus, who noticed that Asterios was only a boy, threw those words with his heartfelt thoughts put into it. Ah, so that was Theseus. Okay. The prayer of Theseus is over there, in the distant future. It will be fulfilled in the endless Oceanus Sea. For Theseus, that trip by boat, and the chats with his fellow comrades about his tale, where Sherry's memory with just about everything around him was visible shining, just like how gemstone would sparkle. If it was for that, one should not even hesitate in any extent to risk their life. Yeah, I mean, seriously, the entire story of the Minotaur is really sad. I mean, in many ways, like the Frankenstein monster. Fun fact, the monster is actually not named Frankenstein. It is the professor that make the monster. The monster is simply named Monster. But, of course, it's probably people always associate with the Frankenstein. So, but yeah, you know, they are not the culprit here, so to speak. Minos, aka Asterios, Minotaur. They have literally done nothing. It was his damn father that like, you know what, I'm not gonna sacrifice the bull I promised to the gods. And then Poseidon being a fucking sea cumber bitch. Literally like, oh, you know, Minos, your wife is pretty hot. Yeah, I want to thank you for that, Poseidon. Yeah, it would be a shame if she started like bulls, right? What? Pew! And then Pasiphae like, what a handsome bull! Interesting, the lore is that she literally made sure that they made an empty wooden bull, well, a wooden cow, and she climbed it inside, put her, her pussy into a hole, and the bull like, woo! And there, it is messed up. I'm not the doctor. I don't have any really. I'm not very good with biology, but I'm pretty fucking sure if a bull fucked a human, I'm pretty sure. Oh God, my God. Still, in the show though, I feel sad for Asterios. General Armaments, the Labrys, a very gigantic axe that can turn into a double-edged blade, by installing one hatchet used for ritualistic ceremonies to another back-to-back. Asterios has separated into two for his utilization. That's cool. Dude, I would like to see if he get an animation update where he had where he just slammed them together to make and then split them again, badass. Connection with other characters. A goddess who has godsend of radiance communicate her affection and a great and unforgettable memory to Asterios. If she smiles and appears to be having fun, he will somehow be having fun too. A young man who become a hero and defeat Asterios. On the verge of his death, Asterios talked together with Theseus of the blessing curse they received reciprocally. Theseus would be nice actually to see as a servant. Yes, I know, another character you want to see. Comment from the illustrator. At first, the assignment came to be a monster with bull's head, but while I was going to suggest something, I had a chat where they want me to differentiate him from the enemies. So it resulted in the design of a bull mask similar to how it's in portrayal. The moment the director became certain, I received a great response. This young beastman is it! From Mr. Takeuchi, approximately at the time when a rough scale of his current state was revealed. Within the game, his hair is tied to the bell sprite visible fluttering around him like a tail. Is a favorite of mine, Shimadrill. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see what Tato writes. There's not much for me to say, as his legend is widely known, for sure. I like the way DB reimagined the concept of the monster called Minotaur. Perhaps someone did the same before, but I'm not cultured enough to know. Yeah, don't ask me, I have no idea. After all, if you think about it, while the Minotaur did indeed commit murders and should be punished by it, it's not like he asked to be concealed like he was. Thanks for not sacrificing the bull there, real cool. Yeah, and the only thing he could really do was, well, kill people, since that was the only thing he was taught to do. In the end, he just became a tool for Minos to impose himself over the other city-states. At least, like I say, the particle fluffer boy that FGO gave us. That said, he's such a good boy that he doesn't even get mad if Theseus kill him. Yeah, sir, that is like, what? But fun fact, Funfaect. I went to check the wiki, be sure and Asterios happened to be one of the only two summons in the game with A++ strength. The other one being Gorgon. Oh, and there's only one 7 with a rank higher than that, which happens to be EX rank. Won't name them. As far as endurance go, there's plenty of 7 with A++ or EX ranks. Really? Because DV stopped giving a fuck about pyramid of a short while. Anyway, enough. Let's proceed. It is seriously. It is. I didn't know Gorgon had that strength, but I'm not surprised. But it is insane. But yeah, I do like Asterios. I mean, his entire history in itself, the legends and all that, is so messed up. In so many ways. And as Potato said, like, he killed people. But, to be fair, I can't even really blame him for that. Because, first of all, he didn't know anything better. Secondly, they literally, as soon as he was born, they just literally, you know what? We had this big-ass labyrinth. We're just gonna yeet him in there. And then, we could send in some random kids there. If anything, it should be his father that literally took these children and send them into the labyrinth to the Minotaur to kill them. Because literally, after all, he was treated like a monster and he became the monster. Though I really do like how they made him here. Like, he is such a sweet-ass dude. I really love that. And I love the hair. Hair looks like, almost like a tail. That is a really smart thing. And also, though I do know that he is a rather special berserker, considering that he having this, he's not doing direct damage with his MP. What does he do? Reduce their attack, is it? Enemies attack or defense or whatever it is. But I have seen some clip where someone like Grail Asterios, like but just constantly change his MP, and enemies did like literally no damage in the end because their damage, well, attack was so reduced, and that's just fucking awesome to see. And so, and in general, his designs is also pretty cool. I kind of like the idea with the actual bull mask instead of a normal bull head and all of that, so to speak. And his weapons is pretty badass. So yeah, I think he's a genuinely cool character. I wish we get to see more of him in FGO. And giving him an animation update, because he really, really deserved one. So yeah. A sad character that's literally been fucked over in so many ways because, yeah, you know, humans. Really sucks. But next character is Galagula. Ugh. Ugh. I really hate him. I'm just joking. Okay, that's favorite, or one of them anyways. Also a Roman servant, you know what? Oh, no. Are we gonna have a ton of Nero in this? Probably. Yes, Galagula. For those that is not knowing too much who, aka Dad's favorite, who that is, aka it is vodka. And I tend to mess around with Galagula, taking his Galagula and make sure he dies. You know, friendly banter between people. You know, as we do. We take each other's favorite characters and murder them. Though I do, in short, like Galagula, but he is such a character that is, for me, I haven't used him enough to really get the grasp of him. He's the kind of same thing with Asterios. Both of them are these kind of berserkers that are very... They don't take much damage, but they have a very unique playstyle, rather like Darius, which is like literally and then just bang, do damage. These have literally different playstyles, and I think that is pretty interesting. I need to learn more about how to use them. Of course, I like his design actually. I like the blue hair and the black-red eyes. Of course, it's pretty neat. And I would say his design is, I mean, he really feel and looks like an epic Roman when you think about it. It's pretty neat, actually. Berserker, Galagula, male historical fact, Europe, chaotic evil, 185. And I do remember, I remember when I was at my grandparents' place many years ago. I was probably like 15 or something like that, if even that. And I was like, oh, they have a movie called Galagula. VHS was it even, so yeah, it was not even DVD or anything like that. So I was like, oh, that looks fun. Galagula. Galagula sounds like a fun name. Turned it on, and it was an very mature movie. It wasn't the porno, but it was close enough, because they literally showed everything, like the orgies, all the nasty stuff Galagula did. It was insane. I was like... And I didn't start to cry, but I was like... What? I had no idea what's going on. I just understood it was weird as fuck. Character voices, Satoshi Tsuruoka, Arash Guides of Spartacus. Seriously, I'm so amazed by this voice actor, because I don't hear the same. I don't hear it's Arash Guides of Spartacus or Galagula. That it doesn't sound the same at all. They're like fucking genius, man. Strength A+, Constitution, Agility B+, Magical and Luck D+, and Noble Phantoms come. Yes. Class skill, Madness Enhancement A+. Rank up for all parameters, but snatches away most of one's reasons. Since only his sense of duty where he most expand more the Roman Empire and make it prosper is not lost, in the situation where one seek to make contact with him by revealing a reference to Rome to take his side with him, a luck check is conducted, and there's a restrain his rampage if the check is successful. Oh my god. You know, Galagula, I like Rome. Roll. If the contact happens from a figure who is related to Rome, a plus modifier is appended to the check. That is to say, if Nero or Romulus is approaching him to start with, he will be reliable but succeed in restraining himself. However, given the matter of being restrained is just him changing into standby status instead of rampaging around, one can conclude that coming to a complete mutual understanding with him does not prove to be feasible. Yeah. And speaking about madness enhancement, I would love to see like Grand Berserker that would be. I really hope it would be a Viking, because Berserker is literally a reference. Well, it's originally a word from Norse, Scandinavian, all of that, which when actually translated from Swedish and Norwegian and Danish, Icelandic, and all that, from Berserk, Björnsark, aka literally Berserk, meaning bear sweater. Berserk is from that, because there was these warriors that they could eat shrooms or whatever things, be drunk as fuck or whatever, just made them completely fucking crazy. And they would have like bear pelts or wolf pelts and stuff like that on them as a charge in and all that. Like how Hassan is, the founder of, pretty much the originated the word of the assassin and stuff like that. I think it's pretty. I think that would be interesting. Personal skills. Imperial privilege, skill that essentially cannot be possessed by oneself, can be acquired for a short time. The relevant skill... Oh god. That scared me. The relevant skill discovers a writing, swordsmanship, fine arts, charisma, military tactics, and many others. Because it's not lower than rank A, those are the burden to the body, such as divinity, can be acquired. What? You literally can get divinity through that? That's insanity. Sadistic constitution. That sounds kinky. Applies a plus modifier to one's aggression in battle. Their sadistic nature will continue to grow to some degree should the battle drag on. As it's close in nature for madness enhancement skill, Galagula cannot demonstrate this skill to the fullest. Yeah, I guess it makes sense, but... Glory of the Olden. I almost read it as glory hole. I do not know why. B. The memories of the 4-year period when Galagula lived as a wise king do not soften his insanity, but rather accelerates it. Applies a plus modifier to his resistance checks against mental interference, and temporarily raises his strength parameters when attacking bare-handed Kung Fu. But every time Galagula uses this effect, he personally takes damage. His rampant insanity makes his spirit to call great. That's crazy. Though, actually, it would be interesting. I would like to see like a Galagula saber or a ride or something like that. That is when he was not this crazy. I think that would be interesting, actually. Like I would like to see in another Romulus or an not as crazy Heracles. That would be fucking awesome. I would love that. Oh, no fan of Fluctilusus. the Flucticulus. It's such a funny name. In my opinion, it's really funny. Maximum target 300 people. A wide-range mental pollution attack that diffuses own insanity through the moonlight projected through the sky. The manifestation of his insanity was something to do with the affection and divine protection of the moon goddess Diana, who is equivalent to Artemis of the 12 Olympus. Artemis, you big-titted chick, can you get over here? You cause a big problem with this guy. The noble fan sublimated the legend. If employed on an opposing army for an instant, a situation that is repulsive and even tragic would probably be born. Its primary usage requirement is for the circumstances to be at night. This noble phantom effect do not apply to those that are related to the goddess Artemis. What? So this doesn't really tell me about what actually. Does it just literally make, if employed on an opposing army, for instance, a situation that repulsive and tragic will probably be. What does that even... Does it mean that things just turn insane? It just randomly, like, fucked everything over? Is that what it means? Because I do remember that in the game, it is like... I remember it NPC and stuff like that. So... It really makes me wonder. And of course, I do know that Diana is not Artemis, but... Romans were like... Oh, I see that... Romans were pretty much like... Oh, my Socrates, my Greek friend. How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good, Ignatius. What about you? Yeah, well, I'm just gonna write down a little bit... You had a god called Artemis. Well, yeah, we do. Her name is not in. That is pretty much what Hercules, Heracles. You know, it's not the same, but pretty much, literally, like Romans were like, you know what? We don't give a fuck about copyright. So yeah, I don't really. Revival mental attack that diffuses his own insanity through the moonlight. So okay, so if I get this right, he literally pour his own insanity and affect everyone else as well with it, so they turn insane as well. When you think about it, it's actually fuck. I mean, imagine just utilize that in a town or a group of like military or something like that. Holy shit! It's actually horrifying to imagine what they could do. Got it. Personality. A complete sadist who's swayed by sadism. I think there is something with sadistic with him. All enemies that catch Galagula's eye will become target of tyranny and wickedness. With the disposition of a servant, he will not bear his fangs on his own faction, basically. Furthermore, because he fell into a state in which his self-restraint is ineffective due to madness enhancement skill, he's unmanageable. Even if he speaks the language, given that is something like a beast's raw coming to mutual understanding is impossible. But even in such a state, he like Rome. He also like Nero. Why? Of course he likes Nero. Of course. I know Nero is 99% of everyone loves Nero, and I don't really hate her, but I just really find it kind of obnoxious. I would like try to insert Nero like everywhere. It's not everywhere, but you know. It is. I prefer when they can have it more. You know. I mean, yeah. I just find it a little bit silly, to be honest. Let's see. Motivation, attitude towards master. Galagula is thought to be regarded the protagonist as a Roman citizen. Because he likes Roman citizen, naturally he likes the protagonist too. Still, since he lost his reason as he is now, as expected, he cannot come to mutual understanding with them. Though one can understand to a degree that he's probably not loathing them. The wish Galagula wants to make in the whole grace to get rid of his insanity. Dude. If it's possible for it to come true, he wants to return to that time where he was once called wise ruler. To the time when he was reading story to the beloved child of his younger sister, Nero, who was sitting on his lap. A time from even before that moment when the moon goddess fell in love with him and overflowed his body with madness. Yeah. I would actually like... Honestly, that is actually kind of sad. That I wish my insanity to go away. And literally because the goddess was like a bitch. It's insane. Man. It is sad. And I would actually like, I mean, either that they take, we can summon him from before he got mad, or it is a version of him where he did get the Grail in one battle. Because after all, we can summon servants from the future. I still would love to see a servant like literally from the future, like, I am Robocop. I have the power from the future. I might not be epic as Blackbeard, but I'm trying. Stuff like that. I would like that. Deal on my conduct is in my destiny. Offer me that life. Offer me that body. Beautiful, oh so beautiful. I want to steal it. I want to indulge in it. I want to tear it up. And I want to excessively violate it with my whole body. All the beauty that has become your purity. As if that purity was a goddess. I love you, the child of my dear young sister Nero. Did he just say he want to fuck Nero? And I want to excessively violate with my whole body. Dude! I mean, after all, he's insane, so... That's Couldn't he say instead like, I love you, Romulus? Dude, that would be like a yo-yo thing going on there. That would be something. Minecraft. Although he can pretty much enter into the conversation of words, given that something like a beast or coming to mutual understanding with him is possible. Cool. Historical... oh god. Ah, yes. Lots of information there, guys. The third emperor of ancient Rome who possessed a legend of a tyranny. A figure of the 1st century, the uncle of Emperor Nero. At one time, Galagula vigorously stimulated the government affairs, and he said that he had received a lot of support from the people as a wise ruler. I'm happy that they took time to write out about his history. Oh well. FGO character image in FGO. At a certain time, Galagula's mental state had transformed. Without waiting for the deification by the ancient Roman statesman, that one would succeed in acquiring after death. He forced the people, with his tyranny and dissipation, to call himself a god while he was still living, having exhausted his wickedness and perversion to their limits. Pushing to the limit. The people of Rome violently trembled from the sudden change of the emperor and anonymously whispered, the wise ruler had already disappeared, now Emperor Gaius Caligula has fallen into madness. The reign of the young emperor who had gone insane did not last long. He was assassinated, struck by the blade of rebellion from the many people who choose to center influence around power such as the Senate. That reign was only for 4 years. However, the name was deeply left behind in people's memories as numerous acts of atrocities. According to the values of ancient Rome at the time, it is said that his insanity was namely considered as being loved by the moon. That is, Galagula had received affection of the moon goddess. While his existence close to an anti-hero, the reason why Galagula materialized as a heroic spirit is unknown. Perhaps the reason was really a prank from the divine spirit who governs over the moon, or maybe the reason Sigla exists in his insanity, where perhaps his spirit from around the time when he was once called wise ruler was encouraged once again when the demise of human history was laid before him. So, pranks? Wait, what? That's odd. That's odd. But, yeah, seriously though, I would actually like to see a Galagula like Saber Rider or something like that. Lancer maybe? I do not know. One that is not the crazy one, but the wise one. Connection with other characters. Nero! Ah, I should know. The beloved child of his younger sister. His niece loves her. She is a blood relative of his, while simultaneously Nero, being the emperor who took over the next era of Rome back then, is a subject who Galagula ought to love. I mean, then again, Romans, I guess. Caesar, the great ancestor, an ally that should also be called the genuine first emperor. Caesar, who realized the foundation of Imperial Rome by accomplishing the Roman Republic's subjugation, is a subject who Galagula ought to love. Galagula seemed to love people. Romulus, the exalted divine founder above all else. The whole Roman world began through his way, being true to the child of God of War Mars, even though the likes of Roman emperor were deified after death already. They cannot even reach this person's feet. Altair, Caligula is an unpleasant presence. I mean, don't we all around Altair? I wonder why. Is it because Altera has the sword of Mars and whatever? Is that it? That is, or is this related to the moon stuff? But yeah, really makes me wonder. Comment from the illustrator: the third emperor of the Roman Empire. He is the uncle who loves Nero. If I remember correctly, I think his character designed first in the beginning. At any rate, he appears Roman. Well, he do. I tried to make that impression become clear. Given that I was drawn while looking with a sidelong glance at Miss Wada's Nero, it does not feel out of place that much even they are put side by side, I think. Berserker, there are many cool characters that full come out with an aura or more precisely flashiness. To them, but it is disappointing because it's common for them with their circumstances to not hold conversation, so their personality come out a little bit weak. Yeah, that's a bit sad thing. Teo. You know what I expect when you saw a Roman character. Don't blame me. Yeah, kinda. A joke aside, I personally think the profile does a good enough job to depict him. I mean, it lacks a bit in section. Historical depiction, a tyrant, mad love, Nero. Yeah, but I think it's convey how Galagula is and feels. Yeah, it is true. I mean, it do explain, but as said, it is very lacking, as I said as well. Also, let's be honest, he's Nero's uncle, so there's no way he wouldn't show up. We can't be too mad about it. Yeah, that's true. That aside, I like Galagula. I wish he got an animation update already. Here in hopes for him getting a bigger role in the future. Yes, and as said, I would love to see Galagula get an well, animation update would be awesome, but also I would love to see like Saber or Rider or Lancer Galagula. I think that would be super neat. Actually, I think that would be. And yeah, in general, I do like him, and of course, most of this because uh, it comes out that me and Vodka having this like where I'm abusing his Galagula. But though to be honest, I do like Galagula. Not my favorite, but he's just slightly below Asterios, to be honest. But he's also one of these berserker and slash servants that I'm really bad at using correctly, because just like Asterios and other kind of characters like that, they are defined by a certain play style, using them as their abilities and all that. But yeah, really interesting to read about Asterios and Galagula. Really was, and I will be back next week with more FGO Thirstday. So thank you everyone for watching, see you later on, and have a continued super great day.